Welcome, friends. I think I'm live here. My name is Carl Schroeder. I'm a friend of Sage Cole, who normally runs these noon 12-minute meditations. Brilliant idea. Thank you, Sage, for inviting me to do this one. So yes, I want to talk about the theme of her ministry, her page, To Be Love. And I love to talk about love. I love to think about love. I love to be love. So let's talk a bit about what I've been working on lately even. This all fits together. You see, when you find your place where you belong in the universe, everything fits together beautifully, smoothly. You can do what you're being called to do. It's okay. I've been working on what Jesus really meant by unconditional love. How powerful that really, really is. And I was up late last night actually scripting and recording my own video. I have my own projects, and it's wonderful to see how many ways people are working in this worldwide community of those who choose love. Not everyone chooses love. That's the critical challenge. Now, when I was young, my mother was a really sweet woman. We grew up Presbyterian. I joined the Swedenborgian church later. That's how I met Cole when I went to after college. Anyway, that I joined it. But the point is that when I was growing up, my mother was really sweet, and she would argue with our Presbyterian minister after church about cosmic love, cosmic consciousness. She had her own ideas, and that was very inspiring to me as a kid. And one of the things that really resonated for me was Will Rogers. If any of you remember the name, he said the famous statement, "I never met a man I didn't like." And I really liked that. I really took it to heart. I want to like everyone. And that was my mother's sort of philosophy and approach to life as well, to love and like everyone. She felt that she should be able to get along with everyone. And she was fantastically gregarious. There were so many miracles of, I remember in line at stores, she would just chat up with people. She would start chatting with strangers, just from her own sense of she wanted to like everyone. Well, what's interesting in life is that everything can be a kind of paradox. There's a way in which it's true, and there's a way in which it's not true. So the useful true side of I never met a man I didn't like, I never met a woman I didn't like, I never met a person I didn't like, I never met a being I didn't like, I never met anything I didn't like. The true useful side of that is to find something you like about it. Something is good deep down in everything. To feel that deep down all people are good. All people have a purpose. All people have a belonging. All people have been created by the creator of love. The paradox is that we're also going to run into lots of things that we don't like. Any particular thing, there's going to be some stuff we don't like. And I had to deal with this more and more as I grew up, from my idealistic childhood, taken care of by my parents, my sweet mother, hardworking father, becoming a teenager, an adolescent, in college. The world gets scary, doesn't it? You start seeing and learning about a lot of things you don't like. And that can be okay only if you understand unconditional love. This is what Jesus was teaching. So I've struggled with the concept of what is unconditional love anyway, and what do I do with the fact that there are so many places in life where I don't belong, so many people I don't belong with. And I don't know about you, but the question of belonging, it goes really deep. You can have a total depressed, anxious, existential crisis if you're just not where you belong. If you're in the wrong job, if you're in the wrong relationship, it may be as simple as, well, I can do this, but it's not what I prefer. People are nice enough, but we don't particularly get along in a kind of wonderful, excited, like we're the answer to each other's prayers kind of way. I hope you all have had that kind of experience of being in a place where, oh my God, this is so perfect for me. This is amazing. It's like when you're really where you belong, you feel the Creator's love. You feel like I am a part of creation. Like the Creator, the source, God, Goddess, all that is, it's inside of me. It's all around me. It's an incredible flow experience. Your peak moments in life, they are amazing. You've probably had many times this experience of being in such a great situation that you just want to say to yourself, this is the way it is from now on. I made it. I made it. I made it. This is heaven. This is amazing. And then it changes. How do we deal with when it changes? There's a very poignant video short segment by Jim Carrey where he talks about a big awakening experience of his own. He had been, I don't know, I think reading Eckhart Tolle and meditating, and he just slipped into a state of oneness, of complete belonging in the universe. It was so profound. It's like, oh my God, I'm home, I'm home. And then it slipped away. It was over. And you know, Jim Carrey, I mean, he's just Mr. Plastic Man. You know, his expressions, he's so emotive. People who are very emotive, you know, you just love how they pull the emotions out of you too. So the anguish, he said, oh, I've been trying ever since to get back there, to get back to that place of where I belong and feeling one with the universe, and so full of gratitude and wonder and love that there's just no question. I am a part of the universe. I am loved. I am love. I am loving. I am love. And then it slips away. Now, how to deal with the times when it slips away? How to deal with the places where we don't belong? Because where we don't belong, oh my God, it's anguish. It's like, and I'm very sensitive to these things, probably because this is my nature to explore this stuff, to be some sort of leader, perhaps a guinea pig, to experience what it's like to be in places where we don't belong and how to handle them. And unconditional love is the only answer I've found, and it's extremely, extremely challenging because it's superhuman. To be able to say, I accept that you are there and it's okay. When we are in a world like we are in today, where we don't have to get political, but clearly there are people who are not running the world in a healthy way. We don't want the pollution, the wars, the violence, the diseases consequent, the poverty, the suffering. Oh my God, there's so much in the world that I don't want, you don't want, nobody really deep down wants. But then it's curious how we have these layers of personality so that on the outside, deep down, everybody can be really good. But on the outside, we can live these daily lives, these surface personalities where a lot of people do want war. A lot of people do want pain and suffering. A lot of people do want these horrible things because they think it gives them an edge. They think that they can control the world that way. They think that love is weak. If you love someone, they'll just take advantage of you. But if you're tough, if you're scary, if you're threatening, they'll do what you want. We're raised this way. It's a whole alternate paradigm to love, to think that true strength is violence. There are those people, Christian and non-Christian alike, who think that Jesus' way of loving your neighbor, of praying for your enemy, forgiving your enemy, of seeing and believing that the light of God shines on all things, that the rain is sent to nourish all things. People believe that Jesus' way of turning the other cheek, of trying to be the meek who inherit the earth, that's weak, that doesn't work anymore, that maybe that's a nice ideal, talk about it with your friends. Maybe now and then it's even possible to practice if you're really with your tribe and everyone agrees with you and everyone's already doing what you want them to do. Oh, then it's easy to be totally loving. No, yeah, you're already doing everything I would ask you to do. So yeah, now I can love you. But what do you do with people who do not do what you would do, even to the point of like trying to kill you? racism, sexism, prejudice, war. I mean, it's seriously threatening. How do we live with these things? Well, I'm coming to the close of my 12-minute meditation time here, so let's get to the chase. Cut to the chase, as they say. Jesus taught unconditional love, and I don't believe that this was a way to then convert the world to be as loving as you want them to be. In fact, Jesus said some very controversial things, which I don't think people understand and talk about enough. Jesus said at one point, "You think I have come to bring the world, to unite the world in peace? No, I have not. I have come to divide it." When people tried to frame him and say, "See this coin? Should we give it to for our taxes?" And he said, he knew it was a trap, and he said, "Well, whose head is on this coin? Caesar. Then give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Give to God what belongs to God." Jesus was teaching actually an incredibly radical way of just allowing everything to be there and accepting that not everybody will want to run the world the way you want to run. Trust God to separate peacefully. Jesus didn't say, "I've come to the world, divide the world and conquer it." He simply said, "I have come to divide the world." And he went on to explain the examples he gave are father against son, mother against daughter. He didn't say, oh, my time is up there. Let me wrap this up. He didn't say that it would be neighbor against neighbor, enemy against enemy. No, he said, love your neighbor, forgive your enemy. But he did say there will be divisions within the family. A family are the people you are raised to be loyal to, not to fight. And yet he said, father against son, mother against daughter. Families will be divided. What he's saying is that we need to understand there will be fundamental differences. There will be times to let go and leave. When someone came to Jesus and said, "Jesus, I want to follow you, but wait, first I have to attend a family funeral." What did Jesus say? He said, "Let the dead bury the dead. Come follow me now." Now. So we can assume that that was the kind of family situation Jesus was saying, you don't belong there. Let go, separate. You're not going to go fight them. You're not going to hold prejudice in your heart. You're not going to hate them and judge them from a distance. All the things he says do not do. He simply says, let go. Let go and let God. God has a plan for you to be in the safe places where you belong. So that is unconditional love, to let go of the fears, of the bitterness, of the grievances, of the reactions, survival reactions, and trust a deeper, higher power. You have a place where you belong. Let go, practice unconditional love, and tune into the places where you do belong, where you are loved and you are loving, because that's what will save you. Not any kind of fighting what doesn't save you, but the love of Jesus, the unconditional love. Very challenging and can completely change your life. Thank you.